Boom. All right, guys. So as of right now, and today is February 15th, 2023. There's still a lot of tomfoolery going on in the tech job market. Probably in all job markets. I don't really know about other job markets other than tech. But anyway, the reason I bring this up, a couple reasons, but last night in one of our webinars, a guy in there who's a really smart guy, he's a pretty talented dude. He was asking, so is the job market getting better right now? Because I thought that all the layoffs had cooled down, and it seems like that's starting to ramp back up again. So first and foremost, they're not just going to have these job layoffs. They're not just going to happen all at once, right? I mean, this has been happening since the beginning of 2022. Guys, the economy is first of all, it's F and G, all right? If you know what I mean, it's F and G. It's not real. It's Fugazi, okay? And so looking back at history, and I'm not going to give you guys like a fucking history lesson here tonight, all right? Looking back at history, anytime civilization has ended up doing something similar with their quote unquote currency or money process that the United States, the reserve that happens to be somewhat of FEDERAL, okay? You gotta be careful with what you say in these videos, you never know. Anytime that's happened, the Ponzi scheme ends, all right? And since every company in the economy is based off of this premises, then when the time comes that things might be falling off the cliff, well, I mean, you could just assume that companies are going to have a tough time, right? What does it have to do with anything with the tech job market? When you guys look back at, let's say 2020, 2021, when these people started printing, quote unquote printing, started utilizing quantitative easing. So when the Federal Reserve started putting a lot more money into existence and circulation, what sector of the economy shot up the fastest? Like what companies that had stock evaluations go from from minuscule to just insane? Tesla is a perfect example one, right? I'm sure you guys think of a lot of them, right? And why was that? What sector of the economy would you say Tesla is in? That's going to be the tech sector, right? Now, there's a couple of reasons for that. I mean, I'm not going to spend a bazillion time theorizing to you guys what the reasoning for that is for, but what goes up must come down, all right? Since tech went up the most and probably went up one of the hardest, it's also, you can expect that to be the first to come down as well. Now, what else do I need to say about that? What companies have we seen laying people off? Like Meta, Twitter, a lot of these big companies. So let's take Meta, for example. Meta, Facebook, Instagram, all the same. Everybody that's listening to this video, I'm willing to assume probably has Instagram installed on their phone. When was the last time you guys have seen a new update, a new groundbreaking feature, or a new update from Instagram? Crickets. I don't hear anything because they haven't. These companies also, and this is for another reason that I probably should do a longer video. In my opinion, these companies also like to add large amounts of engineers on their payroll, and realistically speaking, these Silicon Valley companies they're paying engineers insane amounts, more than what I get paid, right? And I think I get paid pretty good. If they have an excess of these engineers that they don't really need, right? And that they're spending boatloads of money on, then what do you think is going to happen? That when this is going on in the economy, when times get tough, when all the scariness starts happening, then of course those people are going to be kaput. And I could keep going into reasonings behind this all day long. Honestly, this video is already too longer than I wanted it to be, okay? So I just can't. But what is going to happen with tech? Think for yourself right now. So I'm using a phone with software on it to record this video. I will probably have to use another software to edit this video, and then probably 2 more softwares to be able to push that video up through the software that it's intended to go to, i.e. YouTube, and upload it. Anything that you guys think of that has software powering it, if it's a necessity for the company to survive and or for society to go on, of course, somebody has to write it, right? And no, that's not going to be ChatGPT, right? I wish it would. I wish it could be, but it's not. So these people, if they lose an engineer and they need it, of course they're going to find someone else to hire. I think you guys hopefully get the drift of what I'm trying to say. Like the entire everything, if you're a software engineer trying to be a software engineer, like there's more out there than just Facebook, Amazon, Google, hyperinflated companies with hyperinflated amount of engineers on their payroll with hyperinflated salaries, right? There's way more, actually, there's a bazillion times more software engineer positions for companies that are not those companies, okay? And a lot of these jobs, they're not even for tech companies. I used to work as a software engineer for a crop insurance company. Yes, crop insurance needs software development to work, okay? In fact, if you would have taken away the software aspect of it, the company would have gone down the drain. In reality, all companies these days, most companies these days are a software company. I can't say all because, like, obviously, if I go to Ford to get an oil change, Ford is not a software company. However, every single Ford nowadays has a insanely complex computer in the cars. They also have an insanely complex inventory management schema system. Excuse me. They also probably have an inventory management schema too. That's all software, right? You guys see where I'm going here? So, no, it's not over. You don't have to go live in the coon pod, okay? Nobody has to live in the coon pod unless you want to. And they want you to live in the coon pod, though. They want you to live in the coon pod because they don't want you to work. They don't want you to study. They don't want you to try to excel in life. They don't want you to get ahead in life, but they also don't even want you to stay afloat. So keep that in mind next time you think about quitting. Or if you just, you know what, if you want to quit, sometimes people should quit stuff, but think about that next time you consider not exerting your efforts to continue moving forward with something in your life that you want to do, i.e., be a software developer.